Apologizing comes much easier when we are able to place ourselves in another person's shoes and view things from their perception, especially when we are able to understand their feelings and emotions that they have experienced. Emotions are a gift from God. To be able to feel or empathize with others allows you to connect and relate to others on a deeper level. Our emotions influence our decisions, interactions with others, and overall mental health. Emotions are essential for human survival as it helps with responding to life challenges and other opportunities that may arise. It is because of our emotions we are able to empathize with others and understand how to treat one another. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings someone else may be experiencing. Our ability to empathize with others allows us to better understand how our own behavior may affect another person. Empathy is key to a more peaceful state of being and world. It is key because you are aware and mindful of the emotions and feelings one may experience based on certain situations or circumstances they had endured. It's like you are placing yourself in that person's shoes and seeing and viewing things from their viewpoint, which will cause you to be more empathetic towards that individual. This could allow you to be more compassionate and kinder to others, as you would want others to do the same for you if you were experiencing something similar. When we empathize with one another, we are able to build a solid, just, and peaceful world. But before you are able to empathize with others, you have to have some level of emotional awareness within yourself. Emotional awareness is you noticing the feelings that arise within yourself and having the ability to understand and interpret those feelings. A lot of people lack this most key component, which prevents them from empathizing with others. It's important for you to be able to recognize your emotions as they arise and label them, whether they are negative or positive. Now, once you become emotionally aware of yourself, you then become easily emotionally aware of others. At times, our unconscious minds and senses are picking up cues from our environment that can trigger our own emotions, such as reading a person's body language or facial expression and having an automatic emotional response to it. Our brain assesses other people's emotional states first and then reflects or mimics what is observed, influencing how we feel. This is empathy. So when you are around someone who is super excited or happy, it makes you feel excited. Or if you are engaging with someone who is depressed, you will leave that person feeling sad. Emotions are contagious. So it's important that we recognize where our emotions are coming from. Although our environment has a strong impact on our emotions, most of the time our emotions are influenced by our own thinking. It is our own interpretation on how we view things that causes our emotional reaction in certain situations. So, if we see someone who is happy and smiling and we interpret that as being fake or inauthentic, we harbor emotions of hate or envy because of how we are interpreting the situation in our own mind. It is our own belief systems and unconscious thoughts that influence our emotions on what's happening all the time. That's why sometimes we have no idea on why we feel the way we do at times. It's also important we do not suppress any emotions that make us feel uncomfortable, as that only does more harm than good. We have to deal with all emotions as they arise. Many emotions, whether good or bad, are triggered by something. These emotions can be influenced by thoughts, behaviors, or interactions, and we have to know what causes certain emotions to arise in order for us to deal with them effectively. Even our bodies offer us physical sensations to inform us of what we are feeling. We have to be aware of these feelings in order to deal with them in a healthy and constructive way so that we may maintain composure in the most challenging situations. When we are improving ourselves to become better, everything is reflective in our minds. So, take some time to reflect on past experiences where you felt emotionally triggered and reacted out of your emotions. What was the trigger that caused the emotions to arise? How did you react? How did it make you feel after you reacted the way you did? What was the outcome? Is there a different way you could have reacted which would allow you to maintain peace and control over the situation? What are some things you can do differently to address this trigger if it arises again? We have to be able to control our emotional, impulsive reactions and choose a better response. We could explore other ways to express our emotions like journaling, having a healthy conversation, using creative outlets like writing a song, poem, or listening to music. Physical activity is another way to deal with emotions, but taking some time to first reflect upon past situations on how you dealt with your emotions provides awareness of self and how you currently deal with your emotions. Then take some time to think about some things that trigger you, that causes you to be upset, mad, envious, jealous, etc. Dive deeper into why those things trigger you. Ask yourself, really, is it really that deep? Most of the time, in hindsight, of course, it don't be. And if it is to you, ask yourself, why is it that deep? Then think of ways you can handle the situation in a healthier way. Do you have to communicate a boundary? Do you have to separate yourself from the individual? Are you okay with that? This reflective time is so essential. So take your time and write this stuff out. Once we become emotionally aware of ourselves, we are then able to be more empathetic towards others because we are able to understand our own emotions and are able to process them in healthy ways. So when other people are communicating an issue or something they are going through, we will be able to listen to them completely, acknowledging their words, and are able to understand their perspective because we now have a sense of emotional awareness within ourselves where we are able to place ourselves in their shoes and understand their point of view and how they feel. I know most will ask, well, why would I want to do that? But it's important to know that as human beings, we are often misunderstood and would like for others to understand our most essential desires, to love and to be loved, to be treated like a human being. And to be treated like a human being, you have to know what it feels like to be human. There are trials and tribulations we all go through, spoken and unspoken. But when we are able to remember that we are all human, deserving of kindness, compassion, and love, we then bring a little light into someone's life by acknowledging their humanness. Empathizing with others don't mean you have to provide an answer or solution to their problem, but the emotional support, compassion, and validation gives comfort and shows genuine concern. By empathizing with others, you build stronger and more meaningful connections. I believe that with empathy, we will be able to shape the world in numerous positive ways. Relationships will be improved because empathy would help foster deeper connections and understanding between people, leading to more supportive and harmonious communities. Empathy will be great in conflict resolutions because people will be able to understand different perspectives and emotions, resolving conflicts peacefully and effectively, which in return reduces violence and promotes reconciliation. Empathy will motivate people to stand up against injustice and inequality because they will understand the struggles of marginalized groups and inspire action to create fair societies. By cultivating empathy on an individual level and a collective level, we can create a more compassionate, just, and peaceful world. And honestly, it's really just that simple.